Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to KetoMOM. My name is Stephanie Milky, and we are going to dive into some keto tips. Actually, kind of a lot of things that I would like to chat with you about as you are diving into the new year, the new month. You have goals. I'm going to guess the majority of you want to lose weight, right? You want to feel healthier. You want to be stronger. You need some keto tips to get started. I'm going to give those to you. And I want to help you have an awareness of some things that you probably already know. So, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Tell me this, if you have a health goal, if you have, whether it's a health goal or fitness goal, fat loss goal, anything in we're just talking about your health right now, right? I love to talk about lots of things. I would love to help you in all different areas of your life, but right now we're talking about your health. In your health goals, tell me, if you want to below, what is something that you are working towards this year? Is it losing some weight? Is it getting stronger, going to the gym, moving your body? Like I'm working on flexibility. What is it? I like to know. All right. I need you to, number one, I want you to please don't tune out. I promise you this will help you to give you an awareness of some things to work on. And number two, at any point in time, if you have any questions, ask below. Whether it's a keto question, low carb question, how-to question, where do I find this question, ketone question, I don't care what it is, ask below, and we're going to start. So as you are, and I also realize that most of you probably aren't taking notes. I'm used to listening, just so you know, this is me. When I am going to listen to somebody, so for instance, we worked out this morning, took a shower. When I'm showering, when I'm getting ready, when I'm cooking, when I'm doing things that my children don't need me, and I'm not answering questions, I'm listening and learning from other people. So I was listening to a podcast today, and I'm a note taker. It's how I learn. I listen, I prefer to watch, and I like to take notes so I can get it in me, and then I help teach it. I reteach it to really learn it. And so I was listening to a podcast in the shower, and I was like, I really want to write this down. So I re-listened to the podcast, and some of the things I'm going to share with you, I just learned today. I know them, but I thought this is really incredible and it will pertain to so many of you. I'm going to give you very practical tips. But before we do that, before I say eat this, do this, track it this way, here's how you should track your food, I need you to know something. Answer me below. How many of you how long have you been following the KetoMOM page? If you're brand new, post new below. If you've been here for years, I would love to know. If you have an idea, have you been here for a couple days, a couple months, or some years? And I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna guess that you don't just follow me, right? In the keto space, because there's so many different types of people, books, doctors, other people to follow in the keto space to learn from, right? And so if you're commenting, which I see a lot of you are, thank you. I like to say your presence matters, and I like to see what you're saying. And a lot of you have been here for years. Y'all are amazing. Okay, that was my foot, by the way. If it sounded like I tooted, I didn't toot. My foot was scratching my chair. Okay, if you have been here for a while, some of this might not be new, but I'm going to share something with you. If you have goals and if you're playing full out and you're commenting below, then you shared a goal with me. Now, if I said you can't listen to anybody else, if you've been here for a while and I said all of your resources are cut off. You don't have any more books. You have no more podcasts. You have no more how-tos. You have to use what you know and achieve your goals this year, do you feel like you know what to do? And all we're doing is talking about fat loss right now. I'm not talking about finances or relationships or communication. I actually need you to say yes or no below. If I took all of your resources away, I'm not going to take the notes away. I have notes right in front of me. I'm not going to take your notes away, and I'm not going to take away what you already know. Do you feel like you could successfully hit your goals this year? I'm going to wait for a response for 2 minutes. Yes. All right. Some of you say yes. I want to help you understand something. I was listening to a podcast. I was listening to a message by Josh Kraft. His dad is the pastor of the church called Elevate Life Church in Frisco, Texas. And so he was talking about spiritual growth and also growth in your life, right? Like Helen, you said no, but you also are brand new. So you might not have been gathering information for years like a lot of people on here do. So you might hear this differently than other people, but a lot of people have been here for years. So I'm going to say they know what to do. So in general, when you're going after goals, so I was saying I listened to Josh Kraft today. He talked about spiritual growth, and you can take what he taught about today and you can put it also, incredible message, Crystal. She actually told me to listen to it. And so I was like, all right, I can pertain this to health and fitness because this is what everybody deals with. And so he said this, he goes, a major key to advancing your life is, or major keys, I'm paraphrasing what he talked about, is number 1, awareness, and then number 2, discipline. So I've been giving a little life hacks here on the page. Listen, please stay tuned. I'm going to give you some very practical tips on losing weight. I know that's what you want. But if you don't grab this, it's not going to work. So you first, need to have awareness of things that you want. For those of you who posted goals below, awesome. You have an awareness of what you want, how you want to feel, what you want to do. There's an aspect of awareness, and then there's an aspect of either you're going to have the discipline to do it or you don't care enough about it. That's it, right? So either first of all, you have the awareness. Everybody that is watching currently, that is playing full out, that is answering my questions, I think I saw everybody say yes. If I took all of your books and podcasts away, you would know how to hit your goals. Only one person, Helen, said no. And so, okay, now you have the awareness. You all, except for Helen right now, she's going to learn, have the awareness of how to lose weight, how to get fit, how to get stronger, how to eat less, right? Now, the question is, do you care enough to do the work that it takes to get that done? So there's an aspect that he talked about. He's like, there's awareness and there's discipline. He goes, discipline, what it means, it's application of what you know, right? So then there's an aspect of, I'm going to take these goals that you all shared with me. We're going to do some low carb, keto, diet, lifestyle, lose some weight goals. You need to put the discipline behind it. That is the application of what you know. All of you that are participating know what you need to do without reading any more books or listening to any more podcasts. What is it going to take? He says, it's not about being taught anything else. Like, I really actually don't need to teach a majority of you what to do. The things that I'm going to go over here in a second, I'm pointing at my fun little notes because I have some, I'm a teacher I'm a homeschool mom, if you didn't know that, of 4 girls. And I love to do teacher things. So I'm going to give you a couple things to help you on your lifestyle or your diet journey. But here's what I love that he said. He said, it's not about me or anybody else teaching you more. It's about you being reminded. I'm going to remind you of a couple things. And then you want to know what you have to do? It's your responsibility to what? Take the action and put in the application, put in the work, put in the hard work consistently over time. And he basically said, you either have the discipline to do it, the application or the action, or you actually don't care enough to do it. That's it. Those 2 things. You're going to do it or not. You either want it or you don't. And if you're like, but I do want it, but I don't know, it does take discipline. It's not easy. It's not easy saying no to some things and yes to others. It just isn't. But it's a simple process of action, taking what you already know and putting into play. This is the not so sexy, not so fun, not so beautified part of a diet. It's the awareness and the discipline and doing what you know. and not getting so caught up on, I need one more book and one more podcast and I need to learn one more thing to make sure that I lose this weight. No, you just need to take what you've already learned and do it, right? So I love that. As you have questions, any questions you have, ask below and I'll send you a private message and or do a live about them as well. All right, so we're talking about action. We're talking about discipline. So he says, time to take what you know and apply it to your life, right? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remind you, for those of you who said you've been here for years, so if you're just tuning in, I had said, have you been on the KetoMOM page for years, days, months, or years? And we are going to take what we know and we're going to apply it. Here's how you get to the next level of your life. If you're like, I want to level up in my health, I want to level up in my marriage, in my parenting, in my business, in any area of your life, how do you do that? You do what you know you need to do. So a lot of you are here going, I need to lose some fat. All right, we're going to do what we know we need to do. So if I were to say, what is one thing you know you need to do today or tomorrow to lose some weight? Tell me in the comments. What is something you need to know? Okay, and actually, here's the deal. I actually need to pre-frame something really quick because I'm trying to read the comments as we go, right? I love that you said that. So Catherine says, we know what to do, but many of us don't know what we know. Wait, hold on. Many of us don't do what we know. Yes. All right. And here's the deal too. Many people know what they need to do. They just don't do it. I want you to hear my heart on this, please. So I love that you're telling me, like some of you are like saying, I need a meal plan, right? I need to choose better foods. I need to clean out my pantry. I'm going to give you some ideas. And here's the deal. I actually never want to feel, I don't ever want you to feel like I'm barking at you or like I'm yelling at you or like I'm like one way or the only way, because there's a lot of people that give insight and that give ideas and that want to help you. It's not just me, right? And in general, like my natural personality, just so you know, is not like a empathy. I'm not naturally a like hug you, love you, make you feel good about yourself person. I am a natural, my husband would say, commander. Naturally it comes to me to tell somebody what to do. And I sometimes have to go, please hear me on this. Like, I don't want to be yelling. I'm not trying to tell you, you have to. I don't want you to feel like you're less than or you're not good enough or like KetoMOM is yelling at me because I know what I need to do, but I haven't done it. It's something that I'm learning to have more empathy, and I am working on having more compassion. But I truly do get super intense when there's things that I talk about that I'm like, I just want to help you. I just want to see you succeed. I'm not yelling at you. I just want to go, here's all the information. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. And it's going to take time. It's going to take you starting off and getting your feet wet and messing up and falling down and getting back up and retrying again, right? So hear me on that. I'm not yelling. And if you're brand new, I seem intense. I kind of am. All right. So here's a couple things for if I were to say, what do you need to do? If you know what you need to do. And I love that you guys are sharing. I love this. This makes my heart happy. It actually does. So a couple of things I wrote down, right? I wrote down like, first of all, you have to decide. Do you actually want to lose the weight? All right? Do you actually want to lose the weight? If you've decided and you're going to put in the discipline, which remember is action, because if you actually don't want it, then you don't care enough. You don't feel bad enough. You don't really care how you look. I'm not saying you don't care how you look, but like you don't care enough to lose the weight. So you have to care enough. We're going to put in the action. You're going to do what you know. And it's simple things like tracking your food. Like one action step could go, you know what? How many of you track your food in a tracker? I have people that either have to track their food because they can't physically feel when they're hungry and not hungry, and they overeat, and it really is an issue, right? So I would say either figure out, do you want to be strict keto or more low carb? I know there's people on here that are paleo and Whole30 and their version of healthy. Whatever works for you. I'm actually going to encourage you. If I had to choose for all of you to eat a certain way, I would say low carb, carb conscious. I would not say keto. And I've listened to plenty of doctors. I physically have sat down next to doctors. I have interviewed doctors on Zooms before. I've interviewed them on stage in front of thousands of people. I've had conversations with them. And all of them that coach keto or low carb would say a majority of people can do low carb, carb conscious successfully, not keto. Now, when you're tracking your food, I want you to know here's what I would say. I like to say lifestyle. Some people say diet. It's really a diet until you turn it into a lifestyle. The way that you do that is you basically do it long term and you're learning and growing. So here's the biggest question that I get. What is a keto diet? And basically the actual ketogenic diet is approximately 80% fat, 15% protein, and 5% carbs, under 20 carbs a day. Is this sustainable? For those who have medical issues, 100% will do it. For those who are, you don't have medical issues and you want to feel better and you want to lose weight, you might stick to this for a little while, but hands down, the people that are having success long-term that are taking a diet and creating a lifestyle because they've done it long enough to create habits and healthy habits and systems is not actually doing this, but simple things like we're going to do low carb. And what I like to talk to people about is, first of all, I like to say, don't mess up good for perfect. This is one of my favorite quotes. And don't mess up good for perfect. Here's what I find happens. People track their food. Here's one of the biggest things with tracking food. I love, and I did it for a couple weeks to just give myself a visual of how much I was eating, right? So when you have to track everything or write everything down, you find yourself, first of all, not grabbing certain foods, right? And then having a visual like, oh my goodness, I ate 4,000 calories today. How in the world, because you just overeat. Like the biggest issue with weight gain or not having fat loss is overeating, and even overeating good food. So I would say if you want to track your food, it's really great. It's a good visual. It's a good helping you understand portions, right? And not really overeating. So go for it. Use MyFitnessPal, use a carb counter. I don't do it anymore, but it really gave me a good visual. So if you do it, awesome. The next thing I would say is this, you don't get to the end of the day if you're tracking food and do not eat to fill in your macros. If you're tracking, you understand this. Like, don't get to the end of the day and all of a sudden look at, you have this little, where's my circle? Oh, I didn't draw it. You have this big circle and it says, here's how much protein I have. Here's how much carbs I ate. Here's how much fat I ate. And then I'll have people that go, Stephanie, I have 15 grams of protein or carbs or fat left I can eat. What should I eat? And here's what I'm going to tell you. I will say, are you hungry? Wait, why are you eating this late at night? Wait, did you skip a meal? Like, what are we doing? Well, no, but my tracker says I still have this much I can eat. Don't do it. You don't eat to fill in your macros. You don't eat to fill in your tracker. You eat when you're hungry, not when you're bored, right? You eat your meals. This is where I got in trouble. This is where I got in trouble on YouTube the other day, because I was telling some people, I must have been too much of a commander, and I was saying, hey, you don't need to snack all day. I was saying, like, eat your meals, drink your water. Like, you don't need a whole handful of nuts for a snack. Like, a snack is like, 1/4 cup of almonds, and clearly I was being very abrasive. But it's real. Isn't it funny how sometimes you'll hear things and you know you need to do it, but it really stinks and then you're offended? Not fun. It's not fun being on the other end of somebody's offense either. Because nobody's really, well, we don't need to go down that route. All right, here's what I like to say. If you're just starting, I want you to take one meal at a time. One meal at a time, one day at a time. And I want you to, if you need to track, go for it. If you're thinking, all right, how do I get started? I would say let's work on, first of all, breakfast. We'll work on intermittent fasting in a little bit, but if you are just getting started, we're going to do bacon, eggs, sausage, just a protein, like more of a protein. You can add some avocado or the yolks in your eggs. This should be your breakfast. Coffee with no sugar in it, coffee with a sugar replacement. This is an option. I actually did this when we were first starting, and I taped it on my refrigerator for some ideas. So one meal at a time, one day at a time. And then I would say, we're going to talk about intermittent fasting in a second. Then I would say lunch. So like sandwiches, lettuce wraps, protein in a veggie, protein in a salad, right? Bunless burgers. Like, choose the best that you can. If you go out to eat, then take the bun off the burger, grab a salad, put the dressing on the side. Like, when you go out to eat, some people are like, ugh, I don't know what to eat. You get to order whatever you want. Even at McDonald's, you can say, no bun, give me 3 patties with just some cheese and some lettuce. Like, you can physically order anything that you want, wherever you want, and make it a better option. You just have to sit back. My husband's always like, when the waitress comes up, he goes, my wife never orders anything on the menu how it is. She usually makes her own meal. And I usually do. I'm like, I would like this chicken breast. I'd prefer this dressing. I don't want this. And I always smile, and I'm very nice, but I usually make up my own meal. It's fine. It's not a big deal. All right. And then dinner, get rid of the pasta, bread, and potatoes. More, again, stick to proteins and veggies, a salad. You can add some avocado, add some good fats, but you don't, like, often. I had somebody message me today, and she's like, I'm overeating. And I said, if you're struggling with portions on your meals and you feel like you're, just dish up like a plate, not like a plate, but like dish up a normal size plate. There's little hacks you can do. Like, instead of using a big plate, use a smaller plate. 1 scoop versus 2 scoops, right? 6 ounces of protein. Like, if you need to weigh it to help you with that, don't eat to be stuffed. Eat to like be satisfied. But something that will help you not overeat, if you're like, I just can't get this portions right. I feel like I'm eating too much food. Then I would actually say cut out the snacking in the day. That will help you a ton because you're not snacking and then eating a huge meal. So if you're like, I'm eating too much, cut the snacks and eat the meals. And then when you have that down and you're feeling good, I've got some low carb meals, I'm drinking my water. Here's my other tip. Drink water. So like for example, maybe some of you, I had said, tell me one thing you need to do today or tomorrow to just kick this in gear. And some of you just need to grab a shaker bottle and go drink a glass of water. Some of you need to go get a gym membership. Some of you need to call up your best friend and go, I need some accountability. Some of you need to go into your pantry, into your kitchen, into your office desk drawer and get rid of all of the Christmas candy. Dump it out. Your kids don't need it. I know. I'm going to get yelled at for that too. It's funny. People online are funny. Like, what do you mean your kids don't need candy? Oh my goodness, you guys. Our kids have plenty of stuff. But for real, 1 meal at a time, 1 day at a time, what are things that you've learned that you can put into play right now? Get rid of the stuff, out of sight, out of mind, right? Clean out your refrigerator, clean out the freezer. What do I have for meals? Somebody said, I need to actually plan my meals. Hands down. That will help you so much. Take 1 day a week. We do it on Sundays. I go through the refrigerator. I go through the freezer. I look at what I have. I plan my menu. I get what I need. And it's simple. Like we have some meat in our crock pot for dinner right now. So just give yourself some grace, and yet don't just sit back and go, I need to read another book. Nope. I need to read another podcast. Nope. You actually need to do what you already know. This is just a reminder. And it's a reminder of choosing better, getting rid of the sugar, drinking more water. If you feel like your meals are going well, I would encourage you to start intermittent fasting. I, hands down, have never felt better in my life. And I've been doing this for a long time, but I actually implemented the consistency of intermittent fasting. I would intermittent fast for like a day or two, then I wouldn't one day, and then I would do it for another day and maybe not 2 days. Like I didn't intermittent fast consistently for a whole week. I would do like 1 day, 2 days off, 2 days on, 1 day off, just when I felt like it. So I finally decided a couple weeks ago, I'm going to actually do this. It was easier for me because I have a kit that I use, right? So our company created this intermittent fasting kit. And in the kit, where'd it go? I grab the kit, I drink the ketones, I drink my electrolytes, I have my protein, I go to my workout, I do my workout, I come home, I eat later in the day at like 1 or 2 o'clock. The kit is incredible. And then I actually never realized, like I feel good. And I told my husband earlier this week, I said, I feel really good. Like intermittent fasting, and I'm not a doctor, so I actually can't physically tell you all of the benefits, but I would encourage you to go Google benefits of intermittent fasting. So once you feel like, all right, I've got a plan, I know the things I need to do, I'm going to stop drinking all of the pop or the sugar, I'm going to drink more water, I'm going to take the buns off my burgers, I'm going to pack my lunch, I'm going to get a gym membership, I'm going to do a couple things to feel better. Now I'm going to dive into intermittent fasting. If you want help with that, I would love to help you. I actually need to go into my customer group and we need to do some accountability over there. Yes, 16-8. So basically you stop eating after dinner. I would say I don't like to eat after 7, and then I go till the next day, 16 hours. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. I drink everything, just so you know, I drink everything in the kit. Some of you can have black coffee or your water. Ketones don't break your fast. My electrolytes don't break your fast. I have the protein right as I'm going to get done before I go to CrossFit. And so those help me and they tide me over. Some of you like to have fat coffee, like butter and cream in your coffee. Whatever works for you. Now, if you need a tool, post fasting in the comments and we can chat because I love this. Or even just to like kick you into gear to like help you get started. And then I'll help you with meal ideas afterwards, or I'll give you some insight of like make sure you drink plenty of water. Half your body weight in ounces of water. So there's another keto tip, right? So that's super helpful. And then like move your body, work on getting 10,000 steps in. I talk about the power of your mindset, like listen to the morning lives, read a book, ask questions, ask me questions. I would love to help. Just be thankful. Have a different perspective in your life this year of looking at like, you might not have everything that you want, but like be thankful for the things that you have, right? Like if you don't love how you look right now and your mindset is so negative, you're probably not going to make the best decisions because you're crabby. So maybe go, you know what? I am where I am today and I can only go up in a positive way from here. I'm going to get better because I choose to go, you know what? This is where I am. I'm not going to wave a magic wand and fix it, but I'm going to have the discipline to put in the actions to do what I know I need to do. I'm going to put in the application of what I've learned because Keto Mom Stephanie Milky says, I don't need any more books. I need to do what I know I need to do, right? So you're going to make better food choices. Yes, like Crystal says. All of you are saying some great insight. And you're going to do the work. And if you mess up, you're not going to quit. You're going to go, oh, shoot. I realize when I'm in this environment, I do this. So either I don't go to that environment or I have to be aware when I go that I don't eat that anymore. I don't drink that anymore. Oh, I maybe feel like I failed today because I was angry or tired or emotional. Those emotions cause me to eat. All right, I have an awareness now that when I'm angry or frustrated or sad, I eat. So instead of eating, I'm going to do 10 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups. I'm going to trigger my body to do something different because I'm going to have the discipline, put in the application to do it. As soon as you have the awareness of why you were eating what you're eating or why you're doing what you're doing or why you were making the excuses, you can switch it. This is a reminder for all of those things. So I hope that's helpful. I will tell you this. Hands down, tools are important. Like it is important for me to have a water bottle. Listen, where did my water bottle go? It is important for me to have a water bottle. Weird. That has a straw. I just find myself like there's little tools that help me. If I have a straw in my water bottle, I will drink more water all day long. I drink ketones every day. If I don't drink ketones, I feel like I'm crabby, but I understand ketones. They're brain fuel. They help me not eat as much. They help me with my appetite. They give me energy so I don't have to take a nap, so I'm not wasting my day. That's actually how I started this whole journey. So if you've never tried ketones ever, this is in my intermittent fasting kit. How do I drink them, Jackie? You take this little packet, you put it in some water, you shake it up, you drink it under an hour. So this is the first thing I do in the morning. Well, I get up, do my bathroom morning routine, brush my teeth, all the things, go drink a glass of water, and I go right to my kitchen and shake this up. First thing. After I drink this, I am in ketosis. I've got ketones in my system, and in under an hour, it helps me with my energy, helps me with my appetite. I can intermittent fast with these ketones. It's going to turn my brain on. I'm going to feel functional. It does not break your fast. Nope. So it actually is in our intermittent fasting kits. So if you want to know more about the ketones, like if you've never tried them, but just post trial in the comments, because I'm going to actually educate you on them. So I want to give you some videos from some doctors. They're very good friends. Like, we're actually friends with them. I've interviewed them. I've gone to their facilities. Like, I could actually call him right now and have a conversation with one of them, Dr. Ryan. And so I would say that post trial in the comments. So here's what this does. It's a tool, right? Like my water bottle with a straw is a tool. It helps me drink more water. Ketones help me go further faster. Actually, I'll give you this analogy. I think it's super great. When you are waiting for your body to make ketones, which not everybody's does, and also you have to be very strict keto to have your body create ketones, and not everybody's will, right? Yes, any questions you have, it's kind of scrolling fast, so I'll try to answer them. We love to go to Florida. And so I like to say it like this. Either I'm going to get in a car and drive my family to Florida. We live in Minnesota. So Minnesota to Florida, if I'm going to drive without my husband's help, it's going to take me 2 or 3 days because I'm not going to drive at night. I'm going to stop and rest. It's going to take me a while. The ketogenic diet is the same. If you're actually doing the keto diet, I'm not saying low carb, your hope is your body makes ketones. Not everybody's will. It could take days up to weeks to get your body to make its own ketones. But let's say I don't want to drive the car because it takes way too long. So I decide to get an airplane ticket and fly my family from Minnesota to Florida. It takes 2.5 hours. That's like ketones. I drink this, I'm in ketosis in under an hour. So instead of taking that, I'm not saying you can't do keto. This won't stop your body from making ketones. It only enhances and like amplifies what you're doing. So I've got the ketones in my system. Now I can make better choices because I'm not crabby. Ketones light up your brain. They make me not want to nap all day. They make me not eat the Oreos. They help me choose better foods. They help me at CrossFit. I'm gaining more muscle. I'm learning so many different things. So they're incredible. You can track them on the strips. But here's what I would actually say, Jackie, is for anybody. If you're tracking your ketones, whether it's through diet or actually drinking them, the pee strips are not accurate. Sorry, the urine strips are not accurate the longer that you do it. So it gives you peace of mind. A blood meter is best, but you can actually feel this. Like, you can feel it. It's incredible. It's caffeine and caffeine-free. Caffeine helps with the uptake of ketones. If you just want to see some interviews that I actually did with a doctor, so I have 2 interviews. I did an interview with Dr. Ryan Lowry. He talks about athletes and performance, ketones, how they work, and what they do to your body. And then I have another interview with Dr. Andy. She's in Canada. She works with all women, hormones, all the women things. So if you want to see those interviews, why don't you just post interview in the comments, and I'll give that to you. And even when you post trial below, like if you're like, I'd like to get a variety pack, I have variety packs. You can try 5, 10, 20, 30. You can try all these to see what you think. We're going to chat about what your goals are. I'm going to help you with your food, and I'm going to show you some other videos to help you actually physically learn from it. And the interviews aren't long. I think they're 20, 30 minutes max. So I'll send you the interviews if you've never seen them. If you want trials, post trials in the comments. If you want to learn more about fasting, it doesn't matter where you start, whether it's a trial pack of ketones or you grab the intermittent fasting kit, like all of it is going to help you. If I actually had to choose the best place for somebody to start, hands down, I would have you start with the challenge kit. It's a variety box. It gives you enough time to trial it. It's got 10 caffeine, 10 caffeine free, 5 different flavors. It's on sale. So if you've never tried this and you want to get started, whether you post trial in the comments or you post challenge, we'll chat about this as well. So it's really, I think it's an incredible tool, right? So ketones are a tool. My water bottle is a tool. I have a tool. It's really a system of like writing out all of my meals and having a plan. Oh, I know. So I have a plan on Sundays, but a tool is my crock pot or my Instapot. Like, that is a tool to help our family so that we're not driving through a drive-through at night because I didn't plan a meal, right? Like my Instapot is a tool. I use it 5 days a week. My favorite tool for breakfast in the morning for my kids. Man, Jackie, I'll message you as soon as we're done. You can go to KetoMOM.com. So if you actually want to grab this, just so you know, you're going to find we have supportive products. This is our number one, puts you in ketosis, hands down best product I've ever had, and I've been drinking for 7 years. When you go on my website, you're going to see a whole bunch of different things. We've got protein, we've got different fasts, we have electrolytes. Those are supportive products. We can talk about those when you want to. You should be drinking this. And if you're a mom, you should be drinking this. I haven't taken a nap in 7 years, nor do I need to. So if you go to ketomom.com, Jackie, or anybody that you're looking at, and you want to look at it, there's different sales. There's different ways I can help you get it cheaper so we can chat. But this is $99. You can go and grab it. Make sure that you message me when you either grab trials or if you're my current customer and you're not my customer group, make sure that you are, just so that I can chat with you. And I'm going to be doing some prizes and different things here this month for my customers. Okay, lastly, little things that I want to just say, like tools, right? Like my air fryer. My air fryer is a tool. I throw sausages there in the morning, takes 12 minutes. My girls have breakfast. Like, so simple. There are things that can help you go further, faster, that can help you on this journey. Whether it's you being more mindful, making sure you don't forget. Like a tool that I have is my phone alarm clocks. Like I use my phone and my alarm clocks on my phone to remind me of drinking water, to remind me about a whole bunch of different things. Whatever you need to do where you find yourself forgetting or struggling or challenging through, figure out a tool or an app or an alarm clock or something that will help you stay consistent. It might be a person, it might be a thing, it might be an app. But it's okay because they're helpers, right? So I hope this was helpful at all. For anybody who asked questions, I will send you a message. For those who asked about ketones, I will hands down get those to you. And like, for example, Jackie's like, I want ketones. I'm not just going to give Jackie these ketones. I'm not going to have her just order a box and then leave her by herself. Like, hey, Jackie, good luck. I'm going to work with you. You and I are going to chat back and forth. I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to show you research. And then when you get them, I'm going to walk you through how to take them. And every day I always say, I want you to check in with me. I want to know how your energy, your focus, and your appetite control is today. Tell me what you ate. Did you drink enough water? Like if your goal is fat loss, if you can physically work out, did you get a workout in? Did you get your 10,000 steps in? Do you want to eat breakfast or intermittent fast? I believe intermittent fasting is seriously key to people losing fat. I would say intermittent fasting, low carb meals, moving your body, getting 10,000 steps in, drinking your water, and drinking your ketones. I swear it will work if you do the work, you have the discipline, put in the application, do what you know you need to do. Don't and you want to know what I'm going to say too? Even if it's Monday through Friday. Like if right now you go, I'm going to do it Monday through Friday, and then I'm not going to intermittent fast on the weekends, but I might eat some, omelets with my family, maybe make some keto pancakes. If I go to a birthday party, I'm going to have a piece of cake. Like not be so rigid. But on the weekends, like we have potlucks at our church or different things. Like I'm not strict keto. I drink ketones and do low carb. And there's sometimes I'll choose to have a treat and sometimes I don't. I don't just snack on something to snack on it. I honestly say, I'm not going to eat something if I don't love it. If there's something that I love, I used to love chocolate chip cookies, but I realized I actually don't like cookies anymore. What is something that I really love? Like, I'm really not a huge dessert person. Apple pie, right? If I saw it and it was on the weekend, let's say my goal is to intermittent fast and do a really incredible Monday through Friday, and I was at a birthday party, and the birthday party had apple pie. Would I be okay with eating it? Yeah. Would I beat myself up? No. Would I feel like I wrecked everything that I did this week? Absolutely not. Would I get back on track and drink my ketones that day and then the rest of the week? 100%. So this isn't about like taking everything away from you. And the sooner you can take this diet and create a lifestyle long-term, you'll feel great, you'll hit your goals, you'll feel accomplished. And not only just for you, but other people around you, whether you've got kids or, a spouse or a best friend that needs your help, don't do this by yourself. Take other people on the journey with you. People would rather go with you and alongside of you than you all of a sudden hit a goal and then they're like, that was rude. Why did you leave me in the dust? Why didn't you tell me what you're doing? Why couldn't I do it with you? Now I'm behind you. That's not fair. My dad would say, life isn't fair. But I would say, if my friend left me in the dust and she didn't tell me what she was doing and she knew I had goals and then she did it secretly without me, I would have said this to her. Rude. That was rude. When my friends don't invite me places or tell me about a movie or tell me about something great, I always just go, that was rude. Why didn't you tell me? All right, I've chatted long enough. Questions, send me a message. If you want to go to KetoMomSecrets.com, click on recipes. 101,000 recipes. Not really. It's an exaggeration. Couple hundred recipes. KetoMomSecrets.com. Remember, a majority of you, unless you're brand spanking new and you've never heard anything about health and fitness, know what to do. Now it's actually doing what you know. Putting in the application, putting in the work, keeping it simple, asking for guidance if you need it, drinking your water, moving your body, choosing foods wisely. Don't eat when you're bored, eat when you're hungry, drink your ketones, grab your challenge kit, do some intermittent fasting. It's going to be a great year. I believe it's going to be a great year. And if you put in the work, it's going to be a great year for you too. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. I love it when you talk below. I love it. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.